New York artist who had a little stroke of genius. Taking inspiration from her surroundings, Trina Merry creates living, breathing works of art with a little help from body paint.
The clever creative has worked worldwide, including iconic tourist locations like the Egyptian pyramids and Stonehenge, merging her models with the landscape to create magical masterpieces you need to see to believe.
Look at that. Trina Merry joins us now live from New York. Good morning, Trina. This is fantastic.
Good morning.
How did you first get into body painting? It's like it's an interesting story. It starts with you being struck by lightning. Have we got that right?
That's correct, yeah. I was actually working in Hollywood in the film industry, and I was in my car, and everything went white, and I heard this loud buzzing sound, and all of a sudden I got struck by lightning, and I felt this aching sensation all through my bones. It made me very sensitive to electricity, so I had to leave Los Angeles and go to Yosemite and just paint it in the woods, and my friend's band, the Dresden Dolls, actually were in town. Their opening act is actually from Australia, ironically, the Red Paintings, and okay. Amanda Palmer talked me into standing on stage in my underwear and get body painted, and that's how I was introduced to body painting.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's a good story.
How long does it take to create one of, I mean, I guess it varies, of course, but I guess what's the longest time you could spend creating one of these masterpieces?
My longest painting was 18 hours, but most of my camouflage body paintings are not that long. It's like 1 to 3 hours. It's very fast.
Okay, and how many do you do? Are you doing one a day or a few a week? How does it work?
Yeah, I do maybe 3 to 4 a week, but some weeks I do like 12. So.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we hear lighting is very important to your work. Why is that? It would change over the course. Over 3 hours, you'd be getting shadows sometimes where there mightn't have been a shadow 3 hours before.
Yeah, lighting is really essential and somewhat unpredictable, but flat lighting is sort of the ideal lighting environment for me because I get to have the whole body colored exactly like what I would like it to be. If it's got too many highlights or too many shadows, we don't see all of the colors and it doesn't get that blending optical illusion effect.
Can you blend anything? Can you blend anything into anything? Could you blend me into Kylie, for instance? Can you do anything?
Sure, I could try. I'd be up for it.
Yeah, good.
Which of the creations has been the hardest to get just right, Trina?
I actually started to try to challenge myself, and I did some pieces with moving objects. So I did one in Times Square with a moving cab, and then I did one at Union Square with actually a moving subway. And I think that one was probably the hardest one I've tried to do. Oh. Not just because the subway was moving, but because I had to ask everybody every 5 minutes to move out of the way.
Yeah, so you've got someone nearly naked in the subway station there. How's that work out in New York? Are they okay with this sort of so much skin?
Yeah, absolutely. New York is actually a top free state, so both men and women are allowed to be nude, yeah, for the purpose of art. And so gender equality is a very important aspect to my work, as is body image issues. Okay. So yeah, people respond well to the work when they see it live. They're blown away by it.
And that wasn't necessarily the case in Egypt, though?
Yeah, no. Different culture, right? So
yeah.
I actually did a painting in Egypt, and we hiked really far out. I actually tried to get a permit for the pyramids, but they never responded. So we hiked really far out and found this pile of rubble and trash, and I camouflaged this person into the seventh wonder of the world, the Giza pyramids. And this guy came running towards us on a camel with a machine gun, was very upset with us, and tried to take my camera and my passport and money, and I told him that he couldn't have those things, and he ended up kicking us out of the pyramids.
Wow.
But I didn't go to jail, so that's great.
That is good news. You got the shot. I'm surprised he could even find you. That painting was so good. All right, hey, lovely to talk to you this morning. Fascinating stuff.
Thank you so much for having me on the show and letting me tell my story.
Yeah, it's
a good
incredible
one. Thank
stuff,
you.
isn't it? Just fascinating. Thank you so much, Trina.